live. I'm pretty sure. Everyone, good evening. It is Shogo and Harumi.
Hello.
Hold on. It already says the connection is unstable. Give me one
What?
second. I think we need to change the.
It's A.
Oh, it is A. Okay. I wonder why it's a little bit unstable. Please let us know in the comments if you can hear us properly. On our screen, it says the connection is unstable. Hopefully, the sound and everything is okay. I'll be waiting for someone to write us a comment. Until then, we'll be continue to talk, but we'll check on our own phones as well. It's been a while since we've been able to do this live. Hello, Tiffany.
Hi.
Hello. Can you hear it properly, or?
Yeah, I can hear.
You sound good to me. Okay, good.
Good.
Well, if you guys say so, that's good, I guess.
Okay.
All right, we are finally back. Yes, we are finally back. Harumi, I think you have been away for a while now, I think, haven't you? Yeah, the last week of December, I think we were able to do the live streams barely, and then from there we haven't been able to do it. I think it's been like 3 weeks probably.
Oh, 3 weeks.
Yeah. I think you haven't been on anything actually, for a while. Not in the videos, not any live streams. Well, once you came back home on January 2nd, you were on one live stream, but today's already the 18th. So it's been more than 2 weeks after that. So yeah, we haven't been able to do weekly training live streams. Haven't been able to do this podcast live stream last week either. So I'm so glad to finally be back. Hello, everyone. Mi-chan is saying, Genki desu ka?
Genki desu.
That's good news. And Phantasm. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
And Tiffany is saying, yes, good to see you guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So we have been really, really busy though. Well, you have been, of course, busy with raising Zen and everything. He can cry any moment, like right now, and you might have to even go upstairs to look after him. Actually, even right now. But I have been really, really busy too.
You are too busy.
I have been extremely busy recently. It's a really good thing. I'm super excited to do all the things that I'm doing right now. But yeah, it's been very, very crazy. What's crazy is that I think I've been working a lot more than when Zen was born, actually. Yeah, before Zen was born. After Zen is born, I've actually been working even more, which is very strange. Yeah, I'm supposed to be more busy with the kids and such, but it's all thanks to Harumi's mother that's been helping us out. Yeah. Very soon she'll be going back to Fukuoka, and it'll be my mother coming in exchange. Yeah, exactly, to help us out for a few days, for a little bit more than a week, and then it'll be just on her own. Yeah. And then from there, my sister-in-law, that'd be Harumi's younger sister, and then Harumi's mother, my mother, will be coming in turn, to help us out in a row. Yeah, exactly. Coming one by one to help us out every 2 weeks or such. Yeah, we will have someone at our house helping us out for about a week or so, maybe 2 weeks, every month. Someone every month. Yeah.
We need help.
We absolutely need help for us to keep on going. It's really, really difficult to try to maintain all the all the businesses, house chores too, of course, taking care of the kids, looking after them all at the same time. This year is especially going to be crazy. Yeah. Nagi is not be going to kindergarten yet. Zen is still a tiny baby. So this year and next year until April, until Nagi starts going to kindergarten, it's going to be very, very crazy until then.
Crazy year.
Yeah. And then once a year after that, the next year after Nagi joins kindergarten, it'll be the year that Hinata will start going to elementary school. That means
that fast?
That fast, exactly. So that means we really want to bring Hinata into international school. Yeah, which is like probably 20 times more expensive than a regular school, right? So we try to save money for that too. So we gotta have a lot of it just with child raising, yeah. And Phantasm, thank you. I have a question. How we are a frog and a hare chosen to represent you both? Oh, you mean the animals? The characters, you mean? Like on the thumbnails? No, it's just simply, first of all, the frog was something that I personally liked. There's this something that we always talk about. When I was a small boy, my dream was to become an orange frog. Because I like the color orange and I love frogs. They're cute, that's it.
Your dream, right?
Yeah, and Harumi the rabbit is just simply Harumi's image, I guess. Yeah.
I asked
soft,
some
gentle.
few friends.
Yeah, and your family.
Yeah, and family. like what animal would represent
Represent me?
represent me.
Yeah, and everyone said rabbit.
Yeah,
so.
everyone said rabbit.
Exactly. I think I would be a cartoon turtle. Turtle would be really cute too, I
Turtle
think.
is
Yeah,
cute too.
that would be nice too.
Mm.
So we got to start talking about what's written in the title of today's podcast live stream, by the way. What's that?
And also the Choju Giga
Oh, yeah.
is frog and rabbit, so we chose these two animals.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
that is one
Choju
reason.
Giga is the ancient cartoon pictures in Japanese history. It's the super old origins of Japanese anime and manga. Yeah, I should say manga, not anime. Yeah, manga. Exactly. It was more than 1,000 years old, I think. The history started around the Heian period, I believe. So
Heian? Oh, really?
yeah, exactly. It was a piece of art that was created during the Heian period. So it's before the samurai started ruling Japan, so way back in Japanese history. Yeah. So talking about the title today, by the way, Harumi won't be able to stay that long. I'm pretty sure you're already tired. You seem very tired already a while back. So
really?
Yeah.
I'm good.
You're absolutely doing better. Zen's a good boy. He sleeps well at night. Yeah. He only wakes up every 2 hours, probably. 2 hours. It's not bad. And it gets better and better from here. So, yeah. Until those, we were talking about this morning, those sections come when they suddenly start to cry like crazy. It's, we've been experiencing every time for Hinata and Nagi, but whenever our children start to be able to do something new, when they gain a new ability, like you're able to sit down or able to, a walk or start talking something, there's this few nights where they cry like crazy and they never ever sleep. And then they suddenly start to be able to do something. It's probably something happening inside their brain. I don't know. But...
Yeah. Really interesting.
Yeah. But anyways, going back to the title today.
Yeah.
So basically, I was saying earlier that I'm starting to get really, really busy, right? Yeah. And it's a good thing. It's a great thing that I'm starting to, what should I say, really find the places where I really want to dedicate my life to, Yeah. And right now, I'm absolutely certain that I have 3 things. Well, strictly speaking, I think it would be 4. Yeah. The first 2 are absolutely, already decided. It is Yushinkan and also Asayama Ichiden. Yeah, Yushinkan is the dojo where I am holding the samurai experiences in Kyoto right now, which we finally actually had more than 40 guests coming already.
Ooh.
Yeah, we finally had 40 guests and we're now heading over to 50 guests now. So that's quite a lot of people for, we started about a month ago, I think. So that's actually really... quite a lot of people coming already. Yeah, thank you so much. And that's one thing. Yushinkan and also Asayama Shinryu is, you guys probably know, if you subscribe to my podcast, you probably know about my new channel. Let's ask Seki Sensei. Yeah, that's the other dojo. And finally, from next month, I will actually start training with them. So far, I've been filming with them. I took part in the seminars and such, but I haven't been able to take actual training. Yeah, but from next month, I will be able to take regular training with them and also 2 extra hours of training before that too.
Really?
Because you're going to be taking a bullet train way over there, Yeah, getting over to a really early time and coming home at the latest bullet train. I might as well try to get as much training as possible, right? And right now they're saying that I'll probably not only be running the YouTube channel, but also probably be the person responsible, or basically the head of the dojo in Kyoto. They really want to make a dojo in Kyoto too. And they want me to be the head of the dojo in Kyoto. So I will have to continue to train for that as well. It'll take a few years and I'll still be in training, but I'll probably be responsible for a new dojo once it's created. So that's very exciting as well. And hello, Michelle's Lit Training Life. Howdy to you too. And Kaylee Webster. Hi, Shoko and Harumi. I hope you are both doing well, and Zen is also doing well. Hope you're recovering quickly, Harumi.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being so kind. I think Harumi is recovering very quickly compared to the past 2 pregnancies, giving birth, I guess. Yeah, deliveries, I should say. Yeah. Nagi's, I think when you gave birth to Nagi, you probably recovered pretty quickly as well, I think. But yeah, right now, I think, Zen this time, I think you look like you have even more, what should I say? Do you look a little bit exhausted, of course, but you look like mentally, you look okay, if that makes sense.
I think I can enjoy the
raising
baby.
Yeah, exactly. Like, when it was like Hinata or Nagi, when you had to wake up at night, you were like, oh my gosh, you your face was like, oh my gosh. But right now, whenever I see you waking up at midnight to breastfeed Zen, you're like smiling a little bit when you see him and look happy. So
Yeah.
and it's from all the experiences we finally gained. You know, we know when it ends. Yeah, we know when it's gonna be over. All this madness. And he's crying right now. See? Yeah, exactly. So I guess that's something that makes it a little bit better. Yeah. I watched all the videos going to different places in Kyoto. Do you think your family would ever travel to the United States? We would love to, actually. We would love to travel all over the place if we could. Yeah. Probably not so soon in the future though. Yeah, our kids are still too young. And yeah, there's just so many things we still have to do in Japan. So
That's true.
yeah, but it would absolutely be a great dream. Maybe once all of our kids are teenagers, for example, that'd be one of the great things we can do. Yeah, once we might be after we move overseas, but yeah, we'll see how that goes. Yeah. So, anyways, so recently again, Yushinkan's Samurai experience, and as I explained in one of my podcasts before, I'm trying to aim for the 6th dan, so I can start a Yushinkan dojo overseas. That's probably going to be the first thing that I can do overseas. I think Yushinkan will probably give me the license to hold a dojo the fastest, probably, because Asayama Shinryu, I can't go to the training that often, you know. Yeah, so it'd probably take a lot more time for be able to get to that level, especially considering how much you have to learn, because Kobudo has a lot to teach, right?
That's true.
It's a lot to teach us. So yeah, so probably Yushinkan will be the first reason that I'll be able to leave Japan. So aiming for 6th dan is obviously that, while I, help them to earn more money. Same for SMH training, helping them to earn more money through YouTube activities, through maybe seminars we'll be holding, maybe the online lessons we've been talking about, so on and so forth. And the other things would be the shakuhachi activities, the bamboo flute activities I might be doing with Kaminaga-san. I'm pretty sure he'll be happy with me because he already has a couple times already. We haven't been able to do something big together, only separate individual activities and events. So hopefully in the future we'll be able to do something big together, some kind of business, be great. And also, of course, I was taking lessons just a while back, but becoming a Japanese language instructor, and holding online lessons would be a great thing, a really important community for me too. So yeah, that's these things that I'm really looking forward to doing. Yeah. And recently, especially because I'm so, dedicating so much time to all of the things that I'm doing, I'm really starting to see what my future looks like. Yeah, like a little bit while back, I mean, the only thing that I had was Let's Ask Shogo, the YouTube channel, right? And of course, I love Let's Ask Shogo, and I love making videos on my channel, of course, still. But right now, I'm starting to feel all of the paths that I'll be taking in the future. It's getting much clearer for me. Yeah. And then when we were talking about that, Harumi and I, when we were talking about that, we started to think, then what is Harumi going to be doing from here? Yeah. So that's probably something that's on the top of our list to think about. Yeah. Because I'm pretty sure my path has already been pretty, decided already. It's clear, it's decided, and all I can do is just keep on going from here, right? Yeah. So right now we're really thinking about what Harumi's going to be doing from here, and so on and so forth. So that's what we want to talk about with you guys today. And sorry for missing over comments. Where'd you go? Kelly Webster is saying, good to hear. Thank you. Would a trip to the Hiroshima Museum be possible for a video idea at some point? The museum doesn't allow filming though. They might do it for like big TV shows and such, but probably for an individual YouTube channel, I'm pretty sure they won't allow that, unfortunately. I have a background in Tangso-do and Goju-do. Oh, really? That's amazing. Goju-do is a really famous karate do-hop, by the way. Yeah. It's I think the person who won the Olympics, wasn't he in Goju-do, I think? Yeah. Want to go pick up Sen, by the way? It's okay if you want to. Yeah. Wait a little bit more. You're just speaking Japanese. And a quick question about Yushinkan Samurai experience, please. Have you had any people with physical disabilities come to try experience? It is something me and my partner would be interested in. So far, no. So far, we haven't had people with physical disabilities come to experience. I had one person who contacted me. His name was Robert, and he told me that he had a surgery in his right arm, so he wanted to take part in the experience, but he can't anymore. Yeah, and not being able to use their arms would be really difficult to try to use the sword, I think. Yeah, arms and shoulders are a must, I think, to be able to handle a katana. Legs are fine. Legs are fine. I mean, you can just stand in one place and just swing it with your arms and shoulders. That's okay. But yeah, I think you should go pick up
Yeah.
Zen. Yeah, he's crying too much. Yeah, I thought this would happen. So anyways, guys, so what I want to do in the future is kind of already pretty clear to me. Yeah, and I'm really excited I'll be able to report to you guys so many things. As I explained about the Yushinkan Dan system, if I go straight up to 6th Dan, it'll just take me another 5 years to get up there. And 6th Dan will be considered one of the top rankers of the dojo, of the whole Ryuha itself. And but of course, taking the exams every year would be almost a miracle. Now, the head master of the dojo, which is going to be the next headmaster of Yushinkan, he told me that if I really, really seriously want to, I could take the exams. He will allow me to do it, but doesn't mean I'll pass, right? Yeah. So I'll have to see how that goes. But yeah, that's one thing. That's one thing I'm focused on right now. And Asayama Shinryu doesn't have any Dan systems. It gives basically permission to be able to learn new things and so on and so forth. But that's going to be coming up. I'm going to be taking a 3rd Dan for All Japan Kendo Federation Iaido Club this year too. Yeah, and the Shakuhachi, by the way, there's a semi-instructor license, but I'm going to be taking that next year in 2025. Yeah, April. And Zen is here.
Hi.
Too bad no one can see him right now. Mm-hmm. That's good. I can stand for short periods. Thanks for that. Oh, really? Perfect. They can come over to experience and come and see me. And Phantom's been saying, great question. I was actually wondering how Japan views those with handicaps. I personally don't think there are any, what should I say, negative ways of seeing people with handicaps. I think, yeah. Yeah, every whenever you grow up somewhere, every school would have people with some kind of handicaps, yeah, or disabilities, and there will be classes for that. There will be occasions for those people to communicate with other classes and such. And yeah, I mean, there's always weird people that will hurt others for stupid reasons, but that happens everywhere around the world. So I don't think it's especially worse in Japan or anything. Yeah. So from here, Harumi. Yeah. So the things that Harumi are doing right now are, first of all, the kimono. I think you started from kimono. Well, before that, it was tea ceremony. Tea ceremony is the longest.
Yeah.
Tea ceremony was the first thing you did, right?
That's my first Japanese traditional culture.
That you started off with, right? Yeah. So tea ceremony was the first thing that you did, which was probably about 5 years ago.
Oh.
Maybe 6 now, maybe. Because it was before Hinata was born. It was actually before we were even married. So
that's right.
Yeah, so it must be 6 years because we celebrated 5 years just a few days ago. So what are you saying? Yeah, so I think it was 6 years ago that you started tea ceremony, and then once you started tea ceremony, you got interested in doing kimono dressing. Yeah, that was pretty soon, I think. Yeah, and then after that, just recently, I think it was last year that you started both Japanese traditional dancing and also the koto, wasn't it? I think it was Japanese traditional dancing started in near April, beginning of the year last year, 2022.
Japanese traditional dancing, I think it was
Wasn't it
September.
No, koto was September.
Koto was April.
Oh, really? Okay.
I started Japanese
That was
traditional
2
dancing
years ago then.
While we're living in the
Previous
house.
Oh, that's the reason why we're doing live streams in previous house too of Japanese dancing. Okay. That means 2 years ago. 2 years ago, September was when you started that. And April last year was when you started the koto. So in about 3 months, it'll be an year after you started koto then. Well, you haven't been able to practice for about, 2 or 3 months now. So, but yeah, so I guess kimono, dancing and koto will be the things that you'll be pursuing through your life now. So we got to think about how we're going to be what should I say, expanding these things in the future. Yeah, that's what the things that we have in mind right now. And Kim Leo, hello. What other names did you think of before choosing Let's Ask Seki Sensei? I had a few other ideas for the names. Yeah, I had a few other ideas too. I was taking a big list of memos actually of the ideas that I had. Yeah. Like simply, I wanted to, if I'm going to be giving a different name, I thought it should be something that's really, really easy to understand. Yeah, like for example, the channel of Kobudo, that symbol. Yeah, I think it's really important that the channel name is very obvious. Yeah, that you can just see it and you can immediately understand what it's about. Yeah. So I had a few other things like that, like Kobudo, like samurai and katana, something like that, as simple as that. But there's tons of other channels that has that name. I was like, there is no originality at all here, and that's the reason why I got to Let's Ask Seki Sensei. Yeah, it's really easy to understand that it's my series, that I'm charged of the content, and that I guarantee the content, the quality of the videos.
That's right.
Yeah, and I just thought it was sketchy, And another thing, the reason why I wanted to call it Let's Ask Seki Sensei is because I didn't want to only talk about Asayama Shinryu, because Asayama Shinryu, being the headmaster of Asayama Shinryu is just, very big, but just one side of Seki Sensei.
That's
Again, he's the 8th dan in Iaido in All Japan Kendo Federation. He is 7th dan in Jodo, 5th dan in Kendo. He's also an instructor, top class instructor in Muso Shinden Jushinryu. Also, he has instructor level in the Muhiryu Iaijutsu. He also has the Muso something Jojutsu, that's that staff. Also, he does Kusarigama, so that's sickle and chain ball. There's Ishinryu, it's called. Yeah, he has instructor level in that as well. So he has 8 actually classes.
Wow.
That he can teach. Yeah. So yeah, I thought it'd be great if we can just do, be able to introduce more of his skills. I mean, it's such a waste that people on overseas can't learn from him. It's so sad if we can't do that. So I didn't want to call it just Asayama Shinryu channel. Because there's absolutely much more to Seki Sensei than that. So that's another reason why I wanted to call it that Seki Sensei. How many musical instruments does Harumi play? Do you play any musical instruments, Shogo? Harumi played the clarinet when she was in high school, by the way. And now she plays the koto, the Japanese harp. And I also play the shakuhachi, by the way, the bamboo flute.
Yeah.
I think a great name for a travel channel would be Let's Go Shogo.
Let's go.
Everyone said Shogo Go when I was in the States, by the way. And Tiffany, thank you. I like the name. Thank you. Lenora, I really love what you did with Seki Sensei's videos. Shows what you meant with simple subtitles wouldn't convey the content properly. Thank you so much. You understand me so much. That is exactly correct. I made a podcast before saying that I'm totally irritated. There's tons of Japanese people coming up to me and saying that, I'll put subtitles on my video so I can get more views,
Yeah.
It is not that simple.
Simple.
It is not that simple. If it was that simple, there should be tons of YouTube channels that only have subtitles that should be having 1 million views by now.
Yeah.
Why not? It's because it doesn't work. It's proven. How many years? It's been so many years since it's been proven, but there's still people who believe in that fantasy. You definitely need a lot more effort. You need a lot more knowledge. You need a lot more time in order to make content into a different language and still make it enjoyable and educational and fun. It's really not that easy.
Yeah, they never tried, so they
don't
know.
They don't exactly. I don't blame them. Yeah, it's just me, and it's just the podcast channel that I'm like this. By the way, I don't usually say this out loud anywhere else, but
there's too many people told you that.
Yeah,
like that, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's right. Oh my gosh, is that Josh? It's the Josh. Remember Josh? The young boy. I went to eat ramen with.
Katana.
Yeah. Hello, Josh. Sashiburi. It's not sashiburi that much yet, actually. I was looking at Tozando for how I could get a katana for Tameshi eating a kata, but all their iaitos are made from that zinc material, and only one cutting was several thousand USD. Any ideas? I'm buying the cutting ones. I'm answering everyone's comments, and Harumi has been able to talk at all actually today. But yeah, to be honest, Josh, I wouldn't. Oh, by the way, guys, the reason why I know Josh so much is because he came to my samurai experience, by the way. Yeah, and he was a really amazing young boy. But I can't believe I'm calling a teenager a young boy now. Josh is 10 years younger than me.
Ah.
When you turn like 20 something, in the late 20s, you feel half young. Like I'm still young, but at the same time, you start to feel that you're getting really old at the same time too. But anyways, yeah, Tozando's katana. To be honest, Josh, I actually have one katana from Tozando, and I have one katana from the Yushinkan, the dojo that we train together, right? And Tozando's katana are basically made for artistic reasons. Yeah, it's more for decorations. They're not professional of providing katana for actual mat cutting. Yeah, they're not used to it. They say they can, but they're definitely not used to it, to be honest. Yeah, so their katana aren't that suitable for the cutting. Yeah, I need to be really honest about this with everyone, because to be honest, the more I sell Tozando, because I have an affiliate link, I will gain more money. But I want to always be honest to everyone. So if you want an artistic katana, Tozando is absolutely better.
Beautiful.
They have a lot of connections with actual swordsmiths and such. But if you want a cutting katana, I would absolutely recommend buying it at Yushinkan at my dojo. Yeah, I've actually had 3 gets already who bought katana at our dojo. Yeah, coming to our experience and buying katana at our dojo. So, but Josh, I'm pretty sure you're already gone. So, yeah, if you have an opportunity to come to Kyoto again, I think it's definitely worth coming to Japan to actually find your katana, because it's gonna be your only partner for a really long time. So, I would have, but I got carried away. Okay. Where did I leave off? How is your health, Shogo? I'm doing pretty good. And Tiffany, thank you so much. No, it's definitely not that simple. Thank you. It starts with a title that would have to be mentioned in both languages. Exactly. You also add a lot of history and trivia to it that people outside wouldn't know. Also, greetings, Harumi. I hope you're doing well too. Also, greetings, Harumi. It's almost like I'm doing the live stream on my own. Yeah. Harumi is here too, by the way, guys. This is the two of us doing the live stream together.
I'm listening.
You're one of the listeners too. Yeah, absolutely. So anyways, we've been talking about what you want to do in the future. Starting from tea ceremony, like we've discussed about tea ceremony, and we tell our instructor that we're serious about training. And we really do want to become an instructor someday.
Yeah.
But considering all the things that we are training right now, I think tea ceremony is the most difficult thing to do to become instructor level. It's like you have infinity things that you have to memorize and be able to do. I know, I'm not joking, right? You would understand how to
joking. We're not joking.
Infinity things, it's not just about the procedures, which there are probably over 100 different patterns of doing the procedures of making a tea and serving it. But there's first of all different utensils for each season, for each occasion, and then there's different ways of using them. And then there's of course the calligraphy, which is the hanging scrolls. You need to understand the meanings and you need to own them. There are the flowers they have to raise, and you have to arrange yourselves every time. They are of course the incense that you have to prepare and be able to set up properly. There are of course the meals they have to make, a full course of kaiseki meal they have to be able to make.
That's right.
Yeah, and I can just keep on going. You have to be able to prepare the charcoal for the pot. Yeah, there's actually a certain procedure you show the guests that you do actually do the preparation for the charcoal. And of course, you need to be able to actually light it properly as you show it beautifully. Yeah, and of course, there's different patterns to that too, depending on the opportunity. So you're like, wow. I mean, like, okay. I mean, like, it's like trying to learn baseball and soccer and basketball and golf and tennis and table tennis all at the same time. Literally, like you're trying to become a professional, all of them. Yeah, and maybe add hockey and skateboarding and everything to that too. Literally.
Tea ceremony is definitely a lifetime hobby.
Yeah, I mean, no joke. If you really want to become an instructor in tea ceremony, I think you can only do tea ceremony.
Yeah, you need to concentrate.
Yeah, you can't do all other stuff at the same time. It's impossible. Yeah, literally, because for me as an Iaido trainee, like being able to get to the 8th dan, for example, in All Japan Kendo Federation is just being able to make the food in tea ceremony.
Yeah.
It's as easy as that if you compare it to tea ceremony. Seriously, yeah. So getting to instructor level there and trying to, like, for example, start a business, so on and so forth, is probably impossible for us. we can't dedicate that much to tea ceremony. That's the thing. We love tea ceremony very, very much, but we can't do that so much, for tea ceremony. So what's left for you for Harumi is going to be kimono and dancing and also the koto, which I'm pretty sure you can do online lessons for all three of them, first of all. And once we move out of Japan, we try to rent a building, for me to teach Iaido or Yushinryu in that case. You can, for example, use a different time of the week or different time to do kimono dressing or, teaching those kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But I really think if you really want to make, what should I say, the things that you're training in, soar even more, you need to work with the people who you, for example, think that have a lot of power. Like in my case, I work with Yushinkan, I work with Asayama, I work with Kaminawa-san, right? Yeah, sticking to them and learning from them as you build up your, knowledge and experience is something really important. Yeah, exactly. So you need to really find a way to do that as well. Yeah, not just become a random dancer, Japanese traditional dancer that came out of nowhere, but you should be more of, I am Seki Sensei's Miyude. I'm her right hand, right arm, right arm kind of thing. Yeah, you really should be able to think of that. Yeah, combine the things together to be able to, expand your things quicker, I think. Yeah. But guys, I'm so sorry. I was going to continue talking about this, but it's been more than 30 minutes, and we do have to work at night as well. And Zen is sleeping in mommy's arms. But I don't want Harumi to be too tired as well. So I think it's about time we have to go. And let me just read the last comments. Okay. I know Japanese find it hard to voice opinions, and a fair amount of people are set in their views. Have either of you had anyone give you problems for being vocal about Japanese issues? Tons of people have been like that, by the way. No, literally, I was kicked out of Twitter for that, first of all. Because no matter what I would write, there'd be about 30 replies after 1 second telling me to end my own life. So yeah, I was kicked out of Twitter for that. And I've seen a few pages on other social media like Reddit, that were built just to criticize Let's Ask Shogo. And there's even there was a member that told me yesterday on Instagram DM, there was actually a post on Reddit again about Let's Ask Seki Sensei and saying things completely lies about Seki Sensei himself, like he's a racist or he's a sexist or whatever. Yeah, just like, where did that come from? He has 3 people from overseas as his students, and he accepts them, and they're actually in a pretty high rank. Okay, very, very racist. Where does that come from? Yeah, but there's always people like that. Don't worry. Yeah. I enjoy how you break down everything you talk about in videos. Thank you. And the screen is blank on purpose because this is a podcast channel. Okay, guys, thank you so much then. I'm so sorry as we have to go now, but tea ceremony is probably one of the hardest traditions. That is right. Yeah, we will try to continue training it, but we have no confidence they'll be able to carry it down, though. Unless there's like people who seriously love it. But anyways, we should end now. It's been more than 30 minutes. So thank you so much, guys. And hopefully we'll see you guys next week too. It'll be my mother here next week. But yeah, we'll see if we can do it too. Hopefully we'll be able to. Harumi wants to practice her English as much as possible as well. So okay.
I haven't speak today.
Yeah. Oh, you did good. You spoke a few words. Okay. Yeah. And listening to me talking is a good thing too. Your brain is probably in English right now, so reading everyone's comments and such. Thanks so much, guys. Thank you so much, Tiffany, Lenore, Josh. Thank you, Tiffany, Phantom 1982 Pros. Everyone, thank you so much. I think that's everyone. Bye bye. We'll see you next week.